Hello, fellow hair loss people. So today is my day 75 update. For those of you who've been following close, I'm doing a little bit more updates. I get a ton of people that reach out on Reddit, on Facebook, on email, and a consensus between everyone is we would like to see updates more than just once a week. So I'm going to do my best to try and do them twice a week and show you guys my hair transplant progress. So one thing I want to focus on today is what it takes to look like a natural hair transplant. And a big part of that for a lot of people are two things. One, matching the density of your existing hair to your transplanted hair. And then the other thing is your actual hairs that go in at the very front of your hairline. I don't have enough growth yet to talk about what the density is going to end up looking like. I do know that my density was around 75 grafts per cubic centimeter, but as of right now, I can't tell how much has really grown in because we haven't gotten to that point yet. But what I do want to talk about and what I can talk about is the frontal hairline itself. So looking at my frontal hairline, a key thing for natural looking hairlines is to have single hairs in each graft representing the very front of your hairline. So for those of you who don't know, a natural hairline just has pretty much one hair, sometimes two, but that's less common, on the hairs that are along the very front of your hairline. So looking in at my existing hair, you can see in here, these are all single hairs that are coming out of there. In order to make the rest of the hairline look like it matches up well with the existing hairline, you have to have those single hairs. So looking at what's grown in so far, it's pretty reassuring. All these hairs that have grown in are all singles so far. What that means is that hopefully I will have a very natural looking hairline. What you don't want to have is what are called doubles or triples or quads. And those are 4 hairs per graft. When you have those along the front of your hairline, it looks less natural because those hairs are usually seen either in your mid-scalp or they're seen back towards your crown a little bit further. So I'm pretty happy with how it's coming in so far. I would say overall density is somewhere around 20% of where it's supposed to be. Now I'm here at day 75. Second thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is sun exposure. So for those of you who don't know, there's a handful of instructions that go along with you after you have your procedure. And you just spent all this time getting a procedure, you want to make sure that you're giving your hairs the best chance to grow. People were asking because in the last video I talked about going to Florida, and one thing that I want to touch about is sun exposure in your post-op days. So up to day 60, you're not supposed to really have any sun exposure on your head if possible. Starting at day 14, you can wear a hat. This is pretty easy to do. What's hard is to remember to wear a hat all the time. What you want to do is basically protect your skin in these transplanted areas as much as possible from the sun, because what you don't want to do is get a sunburn. If you get a sunburn, it can damage your hairs. As people know, you can get a first, second, third degree sunburn, and this damages the layers of skin underneath your scalp. This area doesn't have any hair covering it too for now, so it's more susceptible to getting damage to it. So it's important to really use a hat. I know sometimes it's a little uncomfortable. If it's super hot out, you just want to take it off. You just spent all this time and effort, and the surgery was way more uncomfortable than anything. So it's worth really, truly protecting your areas. It's something to take seriously because if you don't protect them, then you're not giving your hairs the best chance that they possibly have to heal properly on your head. So that's just my quick little reflection on your post-op days. I'm going to do another video that's a little bit further in depth, talking about all the post-op protocols and guidelines that you have to follow. So looking in now, this is day 75 progress. You could see, as I mentioned earlier, maybe around 20% growth so far in this area. Looking at the other side, as everyone knows has been following, this is my tricky side. I'm maybe had closer to about 15% growth, somewhere shy of 20%. But what you can see are all these little black dots here, here, here. All these dots are hairs that had shock loss immediately after my procedure. They fell off of my head and they're now starting to grow back through my scalp. So I should be seeing within the next month or so, those hairs becoming longer, those hairs coming fully out of my scalp, and again, my hair looking a little bit better each day. Looking at my areas, here's my front, looking down, and then here is my donor area for everyone. I had some people comment too, so my hair is a little bit longer than I usually wear it. I might get a haircut within the next week or so, but my donor area has basically completely healed. Even when you pull up on the hair, you can't see any of the extractions that were done in the back side of my head in my donor area. So everything's healed up pretty well. I'm pretty happy with my progress so far. And it's been day 75. So I'll give you guys another update probably in the coming days, around probably the next 3 days or so, when I hit my 11-week mark. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me a comment down below. Make sure to like and subscribe to my videos. And thank you guys.